What's going on? So today I'm going to show you how to drill into your GoPro housing so that you can fit your mic adapter for you moto vloggers and anybody else who needs to do this for whatever reason. I almost feel like this video doesn't really need to be done because it's so simple, but I've seen a lot of questions about it on other people's videos, and I don't think it's that people don't necessarily know how to do it. Maybe they just want that extra little boost of confidence before they start drilling into their, expensive housing. They just want to see somebody else do it so they know they're doing it right. So in that regard, I can understand it. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do it. So first thing you're going to need obviously is your housing. You're going to need your GoPro, and you're going to need the cable. You're also going to need drill bits in various sizes and a drill. The first step you're going to need is to figure out where you're going to be drilling in your housing. So it's going to be a little bit of a guess, because obviously, without it being clear, you're not going to know exactly where it is. So you're just going to have to give it your best guess. Another thing you need to do first is figure out which one you're using for your mic adapter, and that's going to be the lower port there. You don't want to drill out for the top one and then find out that's the wrong one. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here and try to take a guess at where it needs to be drilled out. So looking, you're not going to be able to see this on camera really, but you can kind of see in there where it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a drill bit, a small one. I'm going to kind of look on the top here and line it up and figure out where in there roughly I need to drill. It looks like it's going to be about right here. So I'm going to kind of mark that area. So I got a little bit of a scuff mark there. I don't know if you can see that. And that's where I'm going to drill. And I'm just going to drill a really small hole for two reasons. One, you want to use a small drill bit to keep it from wanting to jump around all over the place and scratching your housing up. And for two, if I'm off a little bit, then it won't be as difficult to correct later on. And we're going to drill it. Just go slow with it. Alright, so we got a little hole there. So now we're going to put the GoPro back in there. And we're going to see if we can tell that's the right area. Alright, so from what I can tell, it looks pretty good. So it looked pretty good. So I'm going to drill it out just a little more by doing a side-to-side motion like this once I get the bit in there. So that makes it a little bit bigger. Again, I'm going to check it. Check it with the GoPro in. See how it's looking. That should be... Alright, so I definitely need to come back the other way. So I'm going to lay it down on this. Take this off first. So I'm going to lay it flat down so I can get a little more pressure going downwards. Alright, so now we're going to go to another, a little bit bigger bit. Alright, so you can see it's lining up pretty good. Well, maybe you can't see, but I can see it's starting to line up good with the port. So I'm just gonna have to make it a lot bigger. And you also got to remember that you're not just making a hole for the tiny metal fitting here, but you also have to make room for this whole casing around it to fit through there. So we're just gonna keep making this bigger. And actually I'm gonna go to another larger drill bit. So you want it to be, I mean it's really up to you, but you don't want it to be a whole lot larger than that casing, because you want to keep it somewhat weatherproof. At least I do, just in case I get caught in the rain out while I'm out and about. So try to be careful on that. Alright, making some progress now. So I still got a long ways to go though. I can get that in there now. But the casing's not going through yet. Let's see. It's still lined up perfectly. So I definitely need to come down more and go up more. So you can see the key here is just patience. Take your time with it. Keep checking it every so often. That way you don't overdo it. Alright. Should be getting close now. Yep. So look, that fits really tight. Got a little bit of a gap on the top and bottom, but not much. So for the most part, that's pretty tight. So now we'll see how the GoPro fits in here. Let's get all dusty. Alright, so you can see that lined up pretty well. And let's see if this all lines up. There you go. Fits. Alright guys, so this is going to be the second part of the video. I'm going to show you how to get rid of this edge here so that you can use your battery eliminator on your GoPro, which plugs in on here like so. And so if you have a battery eliminator and you're trying to use your housing, most likely you've noticed that it won't work. You can see here, once you have your GoPro in, it's covered up. So what we're going to do is we're going to just get rid of this edge here. Now there's two ways you could do it. There's the easy way with a Dremel, which is what we're going to do, and there's the slightly more difficult way, which is going to be with a drill. The same way that I showed you how to do the auxiliary mic port there, as far as moving the drill bit around and working it the way you want it. You could do the same thing on here. You could just keep working it back and forth. It's going to take a little longer, but you can accomplish it. So I'm going to do it the easy way though. So all you need is your Dremel with a cutting head, the door obviously, you're going to want your GoPro so you can kind of figure out where it needs to go, and then your battery eliminator so you can check it. Sorry, I keep holding it off camera. Let me move it down just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so first thing you want to do, should be obvious, make sure you're cutting the right side. So when you hold it up to your GoPro, this is the side we need to cut. And we need to see how far in we need to go. So it looks like we're basically, there's a little lip, this lip right here. Basically we need to go from there out. And there's some foam on here that helps compress the GoPro in there. We're not going to worry about that. Just cut through that. So let's see what we can do. It's kind of an awkward cut, even with the Dremel. So we'll do our best. Hopefully we don't remove any fingers. Yeah, it goes through nice and easy. You see it just melting. Let's see if we can. See how that looks. Alright, so it's showing there, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Kind of looks like it might fit. Let's see here. No, I'm going to have to cut a little more out. Alright. So at this point we should be able to just kind of grind it like that. Alright, let's see how that looks. There we go. Cool. So that's it. Pretty easy. Now your GoPro is held nice and secure. You can use your battery eliminator, as we did earlier in the video. You can use your mic adapter. So we're all set up for motovlogging. Just takes a little patience, a couple power tools, and that's it. There you go. Thanks for watching.